Music is like root work. Magic that's pulled up from the soil. It echoes on the stony hills and spins in the tall grass by the sea. It soothes the savage beast and pierces the soul of a man. Music is that old witchcraft. It writes your true name on a scrap of paper and makes you dance undignified like King David. This is the Hoodoo Music Podcast.
This is the Hoodoo Music Podcast, episode 12. Now, the first time I ever met Thomas LaVine, he was playing drums for a band that a friend of mine was in. I was recording them late night. It was we all spent the night together in the same room where we're recording now.
Yes.
That was we were all very tired and a little bit delirious.
I think everybody was mad at each other for no reason too, because nothing was getting done. We came in here and blew through a couple tracks, and then we all just started bombing. It was awful, but
but he's moved on from drums. He's writing songs of his own and singing. And I did not realize that you could sing like that. I knew your brother could sing, but I didn't know you could sing like that. So to introduce Thomas LaVine, he's an acoustic singer-songwriter, and he's got a new album out now. So we'll get you a little bit more info on that a little bit later. But before we go too long, why don't we just go ahead and introduce this first song? Man, can you just tell us a little bit about it? What's it called? What's it about? You know.
Well, my song "Focus" is a song that I wrote. Actually, it's one of two songs on the album about my wife. I wrote that kind of about kind of being here and now and not putting so much emphasis on everything that's going to happen tomorrow or the next day or the next day. And it's kind of about trying not to worry about that stuff and taking time to create memories right now. It's something kind of hard for me to do, and I think it's really hard for her to do too. So that's where that came from.
The careless waves of the ocean, they don't rest, my dear. Falling over onto each other, would you stay here? Lovely, lovely, why so lovely? Do you know, my dear, that you would steal my fear? We won't on tomorrow, leaving you out in the dark and the cold. We will stay close by each other, 'cause being with you is really all that I care about. Garden, in the sunlight, picture perfect, we move frame by frame, keeping still so we don't lose it. Would my heart stay satisfied with bluer skies, or would it run away? I've been known to lead the chase. We won't focus on tomorrow, leaving you out in the dark and the cold. We will stay close by each other, about. Don't stop, the ocean is its brightest fear, and I drop and sink straight to the bottom just to hold you there. Just to hold you close till every nerve inside my body is gone. Don't stop, the ocean is its brightest fear, and I drop and sink straight to the bottom just to hold you there. Just to hold you close till every nerve inside my body is gone. Keep your focus, keep your focus. We won't focus on tomorrow. Leaving you out in the dark and the cold. We will stay close by each other. 'Cause being with you is really all that I care about. Ooh, oh, oh. Oh, darling, being with you is really all that I care about.
Like the one about set the world on fire because we're young or whatever. I wrote that one, right?
The royalties are pouring in. And I figured I would just start over and just start doing the pub circuit and not, not
the stadium circuit anymore with your hit band.
Exactly.
Like what drove you to start, to move from playing, kind of the post-hardcore drums to, writing your own songs and performing this way?
I think honestly, as strange as it might sound, I think I was kind of oblivious and living almost in a dream world when I still love to play the drums. I play drums all the time, but I wasn't taking anything seriously at that time in music or anything else. And after we stopped playing in that, which I keep in touch with all those people still that I was in that band with.
Igniting the Sky, right?
Yeah, Igniting the Sky. It was after that ended, I started working in the hospital, and I just started getting out there in the workforce. And like you were telling me earlier, I was just like, man, this is not for me. Like, I got to do something that I love. And so that's when I started getting serious about it and trying to write my own music and stuff. And this is just honestly just how it came out.
I've enjoyed what I've heard so far. So you've got you've got this album out. What's the name of the album?
Of My Memories. Yeah.
Okay. And now is it all just you and an acoustic guitar, or did you bring in full bands?
Yeah. Well, I did everything myself, so it's not
Okay.
technically a band, I don't guess, but it's got a full band sound. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Well, cool. So, how long did it take you to record it? Like how long have you been
Close to
working
a
on it?
year.
Yeah?
Yeah. I started recording that literally. Let me see. My EP came out last year, and I can't remember the exact date, but it came out last year. And like after I finished that, it was like I immediately started recording that. So while that was being put out, I was recording the full length album.
Okay.
So it's been close to a year or something like that. So it's taken a long time. It's 11 songs. It's pretty big.
Yeah, it's a full. So that's what she said. So you've been playing shows and stuff. Where have you been playing mostly? Like,
I just played, let me see, 2 weeks ago over here in Greenville. But other than that, and I play at Smiley's up here in Greenville. Other than that, I do a lot of open mics around the local area. I've done a little bit of traveling. I played some in Virginia at a place called Borjo. I play at Allendale Green in Allendale, South Carolina. So I do I expand. I like to travel as much as I can afford to do that. I think it's really fun, but I try to open mic around a lot of the places out here.
Yeah. Well, there are some good open mics, and there's a good community in this area for that.
Yeah, there is.
Especially
I didn't know that.
TR, yeah.
I didn't know that at all, and I came out here and I was like, wow, I was actually really impressed with a lot of the people out here.
Yeah, that open mic in TR is actually pretty great.
I haven't been out
Travelers there. Rest. Oh, you haven't? No, dude. Tuesday nights in Travelers Rest. Check it out.
I will.
Cool. Jacob Johnson runs that, and Gray Lee helps him run it. So,
okay.
It's usually a good crowd and some cool people, a lot of older folks.
Sweet.
So, when you're playing around, do you ever play with a band? Do you ever bring in a band to play your stuff?
It's funny you say that because that is something I just started exploring. Like literally yesterday, I sent a message to a guy that I know that plays drums, and I was like, I might start exploring something like that. So
yeah,
but I haven't so far. So far, it's just been me and a loop station. That's pretty much what I do.
Oh, okay, yeah, a lot of loop work. Well,
Yeah.
And you didn't do any of that tonight, but I mean, the sound you have is very full on its own, but it does sound like it would be complemented well by having a full band. When you write, are you writing with a full band in mind, or?
No, I am what I would call a really unconventional writer. The songs that I write, I want to say they just pretty much fall in my lap. If I try to write a song, it's really bad. It's terrible.
Sure.
But I'll be like mowing the grass or just doing some random work or something like that, and something will pop in my head, and a song comes out in 5 to 10 minutes. And so there's really there's no planning really with it. They just kind of happen, and I let it happen that way. And I would like to be more fundamental with it, I guess, but I haven't gotten there yet. So,
well, cool. Well, this next one, tell us a little bit about it.
Okay, this is "In Love Forever," and this song is kind of about my wondering how life would be different had I chosen a bunch of different paths and done different things. And it's kind of like a big mix of stuff in my head. And something that I've been doing my whole life, and I'm still doing, just wondering how things would be different if I would have changed over and tried to do something a little different.
It's been a long day, and we've been waiting on this Carolina rain. Going insane, thinking this won't last forever. Feeling good and bad, just feel that they're the same. You've been in love forever now, but changing times get crazy now. But you can see the weather now, so hold on through the pain. It's been a long day, and we've been waiting for the stop here on this train, leaving this day, empty parade. Walk in the rain, yeah, we're going home today. And even though we're late, and maybe we're miles away, we're going home today. You've been in love forever now, but changing times get crazy now. But you can see the weather now, so hold on, oh my darling, hold on. Oh baby, it's been a long day, and we've been waiting on this Carolina rain, and still it feels strange to be home today. Forever now, but changing times get crazy now, but you can see the weather now, so hold on, oh darling, hold on, yeah, you've been in love forever now, but changing times get crazy now. But you can see the weather now, so hold on, oh darling, hold on. Oh, hold on through the pain.
Chihuahua thing, just for your sake, though.
I really appreciate that. So who do you like? Who would you cite as like major influences?
I think one that if you know me, you know I've always been a big fan of Under Oath and The Almost and Aaron Gillespie. That's always been a really big thing for me. And that's a very obvious thing. He's a huge influence on me, I think. But I mean, there's stuff that influences me now that's new that I'm just falling in love with, like Julian Baker and Ed Sheeran has been huge now for a pretty good while and stuff. He's a pretty big influence. I get a lot of influences also from people that like just worked really hard on their music. That's one of the reasons I like Ed Sheeran. You just work really hard on your music and you just get this awesome blow up or something. Julian Baker too, she just put something on Bandcamp and it was just like, and now she's touring and having fun doing her thing. It's pretty cool. I like stuff like that.
Yeah, I mean, and it's interesting to find the things that sometimes you're listening to whatever you're like, oh, I'll check this out, and it's good. It's hey, I really like this, but occasionally you find something that hits you on like this deep level.
Oh, and you can't stop listening to it.
Like I can give you the best example is recently a friend turned me on to Jeff Rosenstock. And your buddy Nick over here is nodding pretty hard about that one. But there's an album he put out last year called Worry, and I have not stopped listening to it.
I'm gonna have to check that out. I haven't heard that.
Oh my gosh, it's so good. Yeah, it's cool when you find something that not only like touches you on like a deep emotional level, like it also kind of inspires the creative process. Well, like, exactly. What's the creative process like for you? How does a song typically? You talked about being out like cutting the grass or
right.
Sanding the skin off your hands. So like how does a song typically emerge?
It'll be something that I've been thinking about for a few days, just kind of a topic or something surrounding that topic, maybe not that exact thing. And it's just something I'll be thinking about, and all of a sudden something just kind of hits me. And I'll sit down and work out some lyrics, and if it doesn't come together fairly easily, I leave it alone for a while, go back to it. And I record a lot of voice memos. Like if I'm at work, I just like whisper something into my phone or something like that, and then I come home and like turn that into a song. And like I said, I'm pretty unconventional with it. I don't think that's the right steps if you were going to put steps on songwriting, but it works for me. So yeah. I hope it keeps working.
Well, that's cool. Well, how did this next song come about?
So To the Sea is a really weird thing. I released it as a single on account of my wife telling me that was her favorite, and she thinks that I should release that one because she said that's your best one, and I really love that one. I think you should release that one. And I thought, okay, that's kind of weird because I didn't think that would really be something that would be a quote unquote single. But she said it was really good. I showed it to a couple other people, and they were like, yeah, release that. That's really good. So it came about. I was really frustrated with booking a tour that I was trying to book at the time. I was sending out just like tons of emails. I wasn't getting anything back. And I was sitting in my guest bedroom, writing that song, playing around with it. And I was trying to book in Boston, which I've never been to, but I was trying to book a show there. And so I personified the music industry, so to speak, in that song, let out my frustration with that. And the little clip about Note Fell on the Floor When You Said You're Leaving Boston is a whole, like, that came from me trying to book that show at the same exact time. That's where that came from. It's literal and not literal at all.
It's cool.
Voice like fading thunder left me way down under. A tattered heartbeat laid across a map of innocence no longer beats. Your voice, it always lingers. It tears apart the weaker. full of fear. You never hear the love of children singing in your sleep. 'Cause you don't know. 'Cause you don't see. You don't ever take those dreams inside you and throw them to the sea. Oh, a note fell on the floor when you said you're leaving Boston. You didn't know I read it, but it's clear to me this city's what you need. And rewinding feelings from when believing was just something that you said to someone who could never ever feel your pain. 'Cause you don't know. You don't see. You don't ever take those dreams inside you and throw them to the sea. A note fell on the floor when you said you're leaving Boston.
Yeah, something I like to ask everybody that I bring on this show is, what's next? Like, how far are you going to take this?
I'm going to try. I know it's probably a really cliche thing to say I'm going to take this as far as I can, but I do have certain goals. And these kind of local places that I'm playing, like such as Smiley's up here in Greenville, my first goal is to be able to independently sell Smiley's out by myself. So that would be like my first goalpost, and then I would just keep setting more after that. In game, I just want to be able to make a living doing this. I want to be able to pay for my food and for my family and everything else, doing something that I really want to invest in and really care about.
That's the dream, man.
Yeah,
the dream
man.
is to be able to do something you love.
Exactly.
And succeed at it.
Exactly.
So this album, you've got an album out now. What's it called?
It's called Of My Memories.
So is it more of like is it an overall theme kind of running with it, or?
Yeah, it is. There's only 2 songs on there that are not based on what's happened to me in my life, and the rest of it is, and those 2 tie together also. But the whole thing is kind of about different situations that I've been in that I feel like have changed me as a person. So each song is about something that's been pretty critical in my life, and like maybe the way I think about something or a philosophical view, whatever. Each song is something that's been very impactful on my life. It's about something that has done that. And a lot of it has to do with like childhood and stuff. So that's basically what that whole album's built around.
So you had one more song for us.
Yeah, this song is Hummingbirds. This is the other song that I wrote about my wife. I said there was 2 on there. This song is about jumping into, which is exactly what our relationship was when we met, jumping into something that's completely unknown and you have a lot of questions about, but you do it anyways.
Believe in me when I say I'll be in pieces when you walk away. Don't need a reason just to love you and me when we're lost. and I'll be everything she needs me to be. I'll be everything she needs me to be. Harmonies bring me down to my knees when I'm missing her. And have you heard where the hummingbirds and the leaves would go when summer goes away? Away. All that I need is standing there in front of me. It takes my breath away, my breath away. Just promise me, my darling, that we will be the two that walk away from more mistakes, and I'll be everything she needs me to be. Yes, I'll be everything she needs me, oh, to be. Ooh, harmonies bring me to my knees when I'm missing her, when I'm missing her. Darling, have you heard where the hummingbirds and the leaves would go when summer goes away? Away. 'Cause I'd be everything you need me to be. Darling, we'll be forever, you and me. Yeah. Have you heard where the hummingbirds and the leaves will go? Ooh, darling, have you heard where the hummingbirds and the leaves will go when summer goes away? Away. Yeah. Have you heard where the hummingbirds and the leaves would go?
Thomas LaVine, I want to thank you so much for coming on the Hoodoo Music Podcast.
Thanks, man. It's been fun.
Yeah, I really enjoyed having you out. So, Of My Memories is the album. Where can people find it?
You can find it anywhere music is sold. It's going to be on iHeartRadio, Spotify, iTunes, Amazon Music. Pretty much anywhere you're going to buy your music, it's going to be there. Google Play, wherever you get it.
Cool. Any physical media for shows, things like that?
There will be hard copy CDs.
Cool.
I do want to get vinyl, but they're really expensive.
It's expensive, but yeah, it's so nice. Now, where else can people find you online? What's the best way to connect with you, social media, all that kind of stuff?
Yep. So my Facebook is facebook.com/Thomas LaVine Music. That's definitely the best place to get all my updates and stuff. Any social media, you can just search Thomas LaVine Music. That's my tag on everything. So Instagram, Facebook, wherever you're at, Thomas LaVine Music. Snapchat, Thomas LaVine Music. That's only if you want to see me do weird things with weird filters.
Yeah. Yeah, the weird filters.
The weird, really weird
ones.
filters that make your eyes 10 times the size of your head and stuff. I love them.
Or they make your eyes bleed. What? No. Well,
there's that.
You can connect with this show on social media as well. Easiest way to find links to Facebook, Twitter, all of it is go to bit.ly/Hoodoo Music Podcast. That's where you can find a link to the Facebook page and the YouTube channel. You can also follow me on Twitter at Mark Jones Audio. This show is, of course, available on iTunes, Stitcher, Google Play, Podcast Addict, Overcast, all of them. It's on everything, so you can go find it. Again, thank you so much to Thomas LaVine for coming out. It's been great. Make sure you follow his Facebook page so you can find updates about upcoming shows, and go pick up a copy of his album. Until next time, thank you so much for listening to the Hoodoo Music Podcast.
Lay down Hoodoo music all night long.
If you hadn't have made that face, I wouldn't have laughed.
I just had that Chihuahua moment. God.
That's how I want to be introduced to this show. This is Tom.
What the hell is going on?
Weird noises like a chihuahua vomiting. Yeah. You ever seen like little dogs? They like get in the corner and they just go.
Oh, yeah. You mean every moment they exist? Because that's all they do.
That's true.
All right. I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up real quick.
All right.
And until next time, thank you so much. I choked. I forget words, man. I need to write.
I understand.
I need to write this closing script down because I keep it consistent.
Totally.
I just need to write it down and read copy. Like that's just the easiest way. So, oh my god.
Or you could just like record it on your own time. And
no,
then just
I don't want to do that.
Oh, okay.
Like, I just I want to waste your time.
Or you could just insert and say this is Mark Jones and
You could be like a airplane captain.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're currently cruising at 15,000 feet, and my wife informed me this morning that she's leaving. She says,
Bye.
she says my brother is a far better listener than I'll ever be. And a better lover. She told me, ladies and gentlemen, that I am wholly inadequate as a human being in every regard.
We'll be in Atlanta in 2 hours.
as a result, this will be my last flight anyways as well. Thank you very much.
Oh my gosh, I'm gonna throw up.
Okay, all right. I'm going to put in a marker here. Until next time, thank you so much for listening to the Hoodoo Music. You bastard.
I'm sorry. Right when you started, I went, woo. And I know it picked that up. I want to do that again.
Okay.